everybody? This is Blerdlines. We are about to watch the new trailer for Godzilla. Let's check it out. So that was the second part of Godzilla Minus Zero. The last teaser we got our man Godzilla walking through, saying what's up to the Statue of Liberty. Now we get to see a little bit more of what's going on in Japan and what's on all that kind of stuff.
They're doing what teasers typically should do as a marketing piece, which is tease enough to get you excited and interested about what's coming, but not give way too much of the narrative or the events of the story. The difference between this trailer and the last one is we get more of the characters that we saw in the first film and establishes some potential conflict or within the story, but reminding us that as much as this is about kaiju Godzilla, the kaiju of kaiju, this is also very much about characters, these human beings on the ground. So I really like that. And then, of course, we get one good shot of Godzilla, and he looks massive.
But this is how a rollout used to be. It used to be you get a teaser, a little bit of a taste. You get the next teaser that gives you a little bit more of a taste. Then we'll get a full release. But in the age that we're in now, we get full on the whole damn movie in every single trailer. And so I like that this is taking that approach and still keeping it the way teasers were actually supposed to do.
This movie is not just about Godzilla. It's about the characters dealing with a kaiju in their city and how they're dealing with that emotionally, physically, and how they're navigating it. And I think that was the most important, for me, that was the most important factor of the first movie, where even though it's cool seeing Godzilla, I was more involved with the character development, the growth of how these characters were moving through the story, having to deal with all of this happening in Japan. I think that was the more appealing part about this latest rendition of Godzilla. And I'm always going to be in on the Godzilla. I'm a fan. So even if I didn't know what was going on from the first movie, I'm already locked in. They started off saying, kaiju, I'm like, all right, you got me. So it doesn't take much. So I'm already ready for this installment. And I will say, for me, the first part, probably the best Godzilla movie I've ever seen. If not one, it's top 3.
Hands down.
Since the original Toho film in the 20th century.
This one I was bragging about. And I like Godzilla, but I ain't talking about Godzilla like that. I was like, yo, you guys got to go see Godzilla. This is awesome. So with all that said, I'm locked in. Trailer was dope. The teaser trailer was dope. It didn't do too much. It gave me just enough. And it's cool that we don't need to see Godzilla. We know what Godzilla looks like. We saw it in the first part. We know what this rendition of Godzilla is going to be because it's a continuation.
They keep it with Godzilla being a disaster.
Yes.
He is a force of nature, and that, when he's around, people are sad. Death is abound, all those things. And, they're frustrated with trying to stop him or trying to figure out a way to circumvent him. And I bring that up because it's a stark contrast between the Toho or, just Japanese approach to Godzilla stories versus the American approach, where now all of a sudden Godzilla is a superhero and all of the human and is vested in protecting humanity and things like that. So as I just said that to add to your point, which is after so many years of that, and even in the best of the American made ones, because I really enjoyed Gareth Edwards' 2015, I think, film, the one that started the whole MonsterVerse, because it was closer to the Japanese style of Godzilla being a disaster, being a force of nature that isn't aligned with anyone. It's just an apex predator. But this is taking it back to the OG. That's good.
Having seen damn near every iteration from the very first Godzilla film from 1954 up to now, the first Minus film was refreshing. They focused on the character. Godzilla made 2, maybe 3 appearances total in the film. Wasn't on screen all that long. You only got one full body shot of Godzilla. And it's exactly as you guys said, like, he is an act of God. He's a force of nature. He's an uncontrollable, unforeseen, thing that you can't really prepare for. He kind of just comes through and blows through town, and when he leaves, there's destruction in his wake, and you kind of just have to deal with the ramifications of what just happened. And they do a phenomenal job There's a reason why they made as much money as they did. It wasn't just a popular movie because monster smash walking through Japan. It was more a heartfelt and very intelligently told human story. And oh, by the way, in the backdrop is this giant lizard who's going to come and stomp through all of Japan, and we can't really stop him. Just like you couldn't stop a hurricane, a tornado, a tsunami, an earthquake. Godzilla is exactly one of those things. The team that created that did this film did a phenomenal job of making a Godzilla movie not about Godzilla, and still making a phenomenal piece of filmmaking that wasn't just sci-fi monster smash 'em up. It was even Gareth Edwards' version is extraordinarily intelligent. It's a really smart film. But it's still, Godzilla King of the Monsters. It's still monster smash up to a degree. Even though it's a smart one, it's still sort of a monster smash up. This is the original template and the original premise of Godzilla. Post-World War II nuclear creation that is this mutation and he's sort of an extrusion of the ills of war, as it were. You know what I mean? Like the monster created by war. If you know Japanese storytelling, there's always some sort of allegory, some sort of metaphor for other things. And so Godzilla originally it seems like, I don't know this for a fact, but it seems like, and D'Angelo, you could probably speak to this more than I can. It seems like Godzilla was more a metaphor for the ills of war and the monster of the war machine sort of coming back to bite you, and the damage that can be done to war, the damage that can be done to nature as a result of war. As far as the teaser is concerned, it looks like it's going to be more of the same, just advanced 2 years. I'm fine with that. If it's that simple, I'm very okay with that. The first one did a phenomenal job of that, and if they're going to just do more of the same, okay, yeah, do that, please.
I'm glad that it stayed in Japan, like all the production, same director, like they have a whole vision. America is literally just getting to see it. We don't have our mitts are not on this at all.
Thank God.
All it is which as it should be. So we're just getting a distribution, which is great. I don't want anything. And, best believe in 10 years, we'll probably get a remake of it by some whatever up and coming mediocre mayor director doing it or something like that. So hey, I'm glad that
mediocre mayor mentioned number 25 for the year.
As you can tell, we're all very excited for this. This is going to be a fun one. And we'll definitely be in the theaters watching this. So this is Blerdlines and we out.
Godzilla!
Godzilla!